Now, bouncing abilities off one another is what the helmet system is all about for me, right? Like the infused smite siren I showed off 2 weeks ago, that synergy, something that's just fun, or the petrified necros, basically combos where you will amplify the Warframe you're putting that new ability on without making the whole setup bloody boring. I'm looking for loads of interaction between the new ability and the abilities of the existing Warframe. So let's follow on with that trend. This is my Savage Silence Ash. Now, Savage Silence is an augmented ability that is just absolutely perfect for Ash in every little way. In a squad, Banshee and Ash work brilliantly with one another, but now you can run that setup on a solo Ash. Now, Savage Silence will boost the damage of Ash's Bladestorm, or you could use Excalibur's Radial Blind Augment either. They also give added crowd control, both of those abilities, which in the Steel Path is very welcome. Now, the way I've set up my silence on my Ash is pretty simple, so I'll keep it short and to the point. There is a combination of abilities of power strength, but also to amplify all of Ash's damage, I'm running with the Venka Prime since its combo counter is higher than any other melee weapon. My Bladestorm clone's damage will be increased because of an increased combo counter, but it's also increased by my Ash's power strength and the Savage Silence Banshee augment, which boosts all of my finisher damage by 300% bonus. Now, Bladestorm is finisher damage, so you're getting the boost of that 300%. Savage Silence bonus is also boosted by power strength, so this setup was giving me a 775% bonus to finisher damage from my Bladestorm clones. Add in the power strength on top of that, the combo counter from the Venka on top of that, and the crowd control from Silence, and you're basically left with a Warframe that is a silent, stealthed monster, and one that deals damage in the hundreds of thousands per hit of Bladestorm. Now, I am also using Arcane Trickery for added stealth. Now, the hundreds of thousands of damage per hit of Bladestorm is not counting a second mark or a third mark on the same target, or the bleed damage that follows from the initial damage of the mark. Enemies, more often than not, will die in one hit in the Steel Path, so normal missions will be, I guess, like a hot knife through butter. It will be really, really easy. So my damage from Bladestorm was dealing anything from 400,000 to 1 million damage per hit on really heavily armoured, augmented enemies from the Steel Path, and then nearly 50% of that initial damage is also dealt again in bleed damage over time that bypasses enemy armour over 10 seconds. So even if by some chance that you don't kill an enemy first time around, then the follow-up bleed from that sheer chunk of damage you're dealing to it will definitely finish them off. So again, 775% bonus finisher damage from Savage Silence, while also dealing more damage because of my combo counter, while also dealing more damage because of my power strength, makes this a really fun build to run with. Not to mention, like I said, crowd control with Ash for any time I guess you do pop out of stealth so that you don't take any big chunk of damage. But this is the mod setup that I used for this footage. Make sure and tweak it, fine tune it, own it yourself, whatever way you play, make sure and match your own playstyle. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of a Savage Silence Ash. I think it's a really fun combo, a lot like the infused smite siren I showed off 2 weeks ago, but try it out for yourself, and as always, thanks very much for watching.